Hi guys, Funk here, Skull Street Garage, and today's little project is the Lesnar Matchbox, the Trojan van. This van was built between 1958 and 1963. I can date this particular vehicle down to 1958 as it's got the crimped axles, and Lesnar, they actually stopped making the crimped axles in 1958 and they went over to the rounded axles. There'd been too many complaints of furniture getting damaged, etc., and so they had to do something, and that's why they started rounding off the axles. As you'll see, it's in good condition, really good decals. A good friend of mine turned around and said on one of the pages, it'd be a shame to destroy those decals because they're in such good condition. So this vehicle is going to be a renovation and not a restoration. Just trying to clean it up as best I can there with isopropyl. Try and get rid of some of that surface muck and grease, etc. from fingers. And say this vehicle is 61 years old, so it's in pretty good condition. Giving it a good scrub down and see how it comes out. This is latex mask. I'm just gonna cover these decals just to protect them. I did actually buy some new decals for this from Black Square Decals. I didn't like the leaf from the doors because I thought they looked too large. So in a way I was quite glad that I could get away with doing a renovation rather than a restoration on this one. So I'm going to use to mix the colours, mix the actual body colour, I'm going to use Tamiya X7 red and the X4 blue. A lot of people try putting black into red to make it darker. It's a lot better to use blue, I find. And being a ex-tattooist, you get to learn what colours are best to mix with what. So I'm just going to remove the flange very, very carefully. And the inside is absolutely filthy on this one, so we'll give this a good clean out. And I can concentrate on getting the wheels off. So it's got the crimped axle, so we can just squeeze the ends together. And the wheels were actually rusted on. These axles were thick in rust. There we go. So now we can concentrate on trying to sort out this bodywork of the van, sanding down the old paint for a good key, and trying to blend the edges a little bit as well, where they're all chipped, etc. Just keep checking with my finger, make sure it's nice and smooth. As you see, they're using a bit of isopropyl just to use it as a wet and dry. It acts as two things. One, it kind of lubricates the wet and dry paper, and 2, it softens the paint slightly as well. I was just using a wave brush then just to clean out the grill on the radiator, and I noticed it hasn't got a lot of detail in there anyway from the original casting. Just recovering these because I've just washed them off a minute ago. You'll see there the size of them leaves, they were huge. And now what I'm doing there is just filling in where the chips are, just to try and bring the paint up level with the actual paint that's on the vehicle. So that way when I do airbrush over, I don't end up with great big potholes everywhere. And the more paint I can get around these deck holes, means it's less paint I need to put on with the airbrush, so I can kind of blend it nicer towards the deck holes. Just keep going over it just to fill it up. Thin layers, just let it, cause it dries in seconds, doesn't it, when you put it nice and thin. Looks a little bit darker, but that's just because it's on the grey metal, and also wet paint always looks darker than dry paint. It always seems to dry that little bit lighter. Just touching it around the screen there to get rid of the other chips. Just so as I've got something to hold on to whilst I'm actually spraying this, I'm just sticking a screw onto the inside with a bit of hot glue. Just make sure these decals are nicely covered over. Better to be safe than sorry. And so now we can make a start on the spray booth. Get a nice thin layer. Just to see how we go. Just putting on a little bit by a little bit. Don't want to bludge it everywhere, so I'm just going at it a bit of finesse and grace on this one. Small trigger actions, especially for around where the decals are. Once I'm happy, I'll just thin the paint down a little bit more so I can get a nice shine on it. you go, I'm just sorting the airbrush out now and thinning the paint that little bit. I just see the shine coming up there. I love these Tamiya acrylics. I really, really do. So just try and be very, very careful there. Try not to go too heavy-handed down the sides and on the doors. So if it does go wrong, I've always got the other decals. I can put this in the stripping tank and start again, but I don't think I'll need to. Doing a little low power shot there. Out of out of view completely, but we got there. There you go. You can see the shine on that roof now. No clear coat required on that one. And now we can start cleaning these axles up. A little bit of wet and dry. Usual ways is using the drill. Works great, especially when them axles were lovely and straight as well. So now we can focus on these wheels, try and clean these up. "61 years of grot had certainly eaten its way into the poor man's washing machine. That's just out of propellant water. You'll see the grey, look at the grey colour in that water. Amazed me how much colour how much dirt came off these wheels after I'd already cleaned them. It's making sure the valleys on the wheels are nice and clean. And now it's so nice and dry. Just making sure how dry it actually was. Touching the headlights there, just that way if I did leave a fingerprint behind, it was easy to get rid of and just paint it silver. So, but it was nice and dry. Comes off nice and easy. This latex mask. I say just get the edges and then it just rubs off with your finger. As Marty would say, I'm happy with that. Need to get these wheels back on and onto the chassis. So with the age of this one, being the 1958, it does have the crimped axles. So I'll be using the electrician's crimps for this. Nice and easy, one quick squeeze and boom, done. Easiest way in the world, this. I would certainly advise it to any of you guys that are doing crimped axles. Certainly give it a try. I'm sure once you've done one of these crimps, you won't go back to doing it any other way. But as you'll see, even without the rust, they're still pretty tough to get on these wheels, and these axles are really short as well on these early vehicles. Well, on a lot of them they are. Absolutely beautiful, aren't you? Just clean the ends off. And it's ready to go back on the van. Now, because I only removed the flange off the top of the post very carefully with this one, just a tiny touch of super glue on this and it will hold in nicely. So just applying a little tiny bit around the back of the hole and just inside the edge of the hole. And it clips back in. And you can hardly tell it's been apart. So it's just down now to the final bits, just the adding a little bit of detail and doing my research online looking, and there wasn't a lot of detail on these. You got the oval part of the radiator and the headlights, and that was it. There's no bumpers, no nothing. So that declares that done, I do believe. There we go. Now for a quick recap of what it looked like to start with. Like I say, for 61 years old, the decals were in real good condition. The fan was in nice straight condition. So this made the perfect renovation job. Really enjoyed this one. And that's such a nice little van though. So here we go, here's the reveal. And that's what it looks like now. Hope you'll agree, it looks absolutely smashing. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. I love this little thing. It's got so much character and charm. Hope you enjoyed the video, everyone. Leave some comments below. Let me know what you think. I'd like to thank all my subscribers and all my new subscribers as well. And keep on watching because we've plenty more videos coming up. The little Tootsie car that I got from Time Rider. That one will be coming out very shortly. Then I've got a Christmas build coming up. And I've got the Battle of the Blades with Jim Silver. So yeah, got some nice builds coming up. So keep looking in, guys. And thanks for watching. And I'll catch you all soon. Take care.